welcome back to the Pressbox, Week 2. This is Wes Blomquist, Mike
made
Foreman.
it through Week 1. It's amazing. And what do we got now? How many weeks to go?
I'd say about 100, maybe 1,000, hopefully.
Yeah, well, that's great because the longer football goes, the better I like it. I don't know about you.
I liked it too. Enjoyed the first week. What did you like out of the first week?
Well, I got to see 2 games, and I got to see Cuero and Beeville, and then I went up to the Alamo Dome and saw Calhoun play Mercedes, and I was impressed with both Cuero and Calhoun. I thought they both lived up to their preseason rankings, and you got a chance to see Memorial beat Taft in its opener.
Yeah, I did. A very impressive start for the Vipers. I think most people are coming away thinking maybe they need to take it 4 quarters. First quarter was great. Let's take this over 4 quarters against the tougher teams.
Well, we know Rome wasn't built in a day, and it's going to take some time for the Vipers, but they're making progress, and that's encouraging. Now, this is a place I think you're a little more familiar with than me. It's the St. Joseph locker room.
Yeah, I'm very impressed right now. Lockers are decorated. I guess the cheerleaders came in. We got a sign over here that says half-price hamburgers. Yeah. I think that's a little shot at the Schulenburg. What do you expect out of that game?
Well, that should be interesting. Schulenburg was in for a little shock last week. They ran into a very good Shiner team, and they had defeated them 2 years straight. Shiner got a little revenge last week, and I'm sure now after St. Joseph coming off its loss to Refugio, you got 2 teams that are good teams that want to get that first win.
Yeah, and those teams, Schulenburg had a 3-game winning streak going in last year. St. Joe went to their place, won 41-21, kind of.
Well, I'm sure Tommy Bluta, who you don't remember this, but a lot of people here are very familiar with Tommy. He was the coach at Yorktown. In fact, for a lot of years, we called him the mayor of Yorktown because he was so popular there. He had so much success. And I'm sure Tommy will have the Shorthorns ready to play. They're a young team in the backfield, so I'm sure they'll bounce back and eventually get on track.
Well, I am a little bit younger than you, so you're going to have to leave me a little slack on that one right there. But earlier, out in the heat, we talked to St. Joe coach John Mars and a couple of his players. Here's St. Joe's head coach, John Mars, preparing for 2nd week of the season. You got Schulenburg this week. What did you see out of last week that y'all are building on, working on this week?
Well, the big thing is turnovers. You know, we turn the ball way too many times, and those kinds of things will kill you.
So what do you do to prevent those?
Well, that's a good question. We just hope we don't make those same mistakes over and over again. You know, it's the first ball game. We had some things that we don't normally do that we did, so we're going to do a better job not doing.
Okay. One of your big tasks this year is replacing Brett Stanford in the backfield. How do you think your back stepped up last week?
Well, I think our running backs did a good job. I mean, straight across the board, Ruelas and DeBose and Villafranca did a good job carrying football.
Okay. Last year against Schulenburg, y'all racked up almost 380 yards rushing on the ground. Just what do y'all do this year? Same approach, or what do you know about Schulenburg and what's your game plan?
Well, Schulenburg's a good football team. You know, they're big up front. You know, what kind of yards are we going to get? I'll know that Friday night when the game's over. You know, we're going to put our running game together and try to make some pass up.
All right, here with Cayman Morales, running back for St. Joseph. Just how do you think y'all fared last week? What do you think y'all need to improve on, work on for this week?
Well, we definitely need to work on lots of things as far as the backs go. Coach said we need to work on pass blocking a lot, cutting the back and getting out of the stance real quick and getting to the ends and stuff like that. And I guess on the defensive side, coaches probably think we need to work on some tackling, things like that, wrapping up and staying with the receiver.
Okay, big game for you last week. Individually, went over the 100-yard mark. Just what do you think you did your first game on the varsity level, running the ball as a running back?
Well, you know, I just tried to run hard and we're really trying to win. You know, trying to move the ball on them, and that's what coach wanted. You know, keep the ball moving, things like that.
I got to ask you this, Wes. What is it about John Mars that he won't take those sunglasses off? I mean, is he kind of a movie star or what?
Hey, for a guy wearing a Hawaiian shirt, I don't know if you can tell.
Hey, this is my Rick Neuheisel tribute here. At UCLA, my alma mater, they beat Tennessee. They weren't expected to, so, you know, I can do a little celebrating. Yeah. But, I mean, is Mars going movie star on us or what?
Hey, I hope so. Maybe he'll put some of the profits into our pockets.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, what do you think about the game against Schulenburg this week?
I think it should be a good matchup. I don't really know too much about Schulenburg. Saw them one time last year. Saw St. Joe all the time. But, I mean, new players, new year. Let's get it on, see what happens this week. This week also, you'll be in that same direction. You're over in Hallettsville, seeing the guys St. Joe played. Hallettsville and Refugio.
That's right.
What do you think about that matchup?
This should be an excellent game. Last year, very exciting game. In fact, it came down to the final minute, and Carl Swain of Refugio blocked a field goal attempt to preserve the win. And I expect another game just like that. You have two very good teams, two teams trying to learn about themselves early in the season. So it should be a really exciting game.
But you just mentioned Carl Swain. He's actually at Texas State now. A lot of Malcolm Whitmer. He's over in Kingsville.
That's
so
right.
They have a lot to replace. What do you think? What do you see in that situation?
Well, Refugio is always has good backs. It's just a matter of them getting experience. And Hallettsville's kind of in the same position. They had a new quarterback, Chad Bunyak, played last week. And Coach Moshik said that he did an excellent job for his first outing. And it should be really a really competitive game, one of the best games in the area this week.
And there's other games in the area, but a couple things. There's an open week this week for Bloomington and Memorial. Memorial off the win, gets a little week off before they're tested at El Campo.
Yeah, you're right, and that's good because they need to prepare for that. El Campo has an excellent ball club. Coach Gillis does an excellent job, always does, and he'll have them ready. They're going up to Houston to play Westside this week, so Memorial will definitely be scouting that game. They've had an extra week to prepare, and we'll see. This is where they stumbled a little bit last year, and I know they'd like to get some momentum going as they get closer to district.
Okay, and I've actually been paying a lot of attention to the Republic National Committee, their convention this year. So I don't really know too much about the other high school games. What are some other high school games you're looking forward to this week?
Wes, I'm impressed with you. I mean,
I'm stepping out.
Really, I mean, broadening your horizons there. Well, anyways, we do have some interesting games in the area. Cuero is going down to Robstown to play Rio Hondo, which is kind of a rematch of an area playoff game from not last year but the year before. And Calhoun is playing its home opener against Brazosport. That's an old district foe of them when they used to be up in the Bay City El Campo district. So we have that game, and there's going to be quite a few games in the area, and we'll preview them all in Friday's Advocate and on the website at victoriaadvocate.com.
Okay. It should be an interesting week. Just to recap, Mike, he'll be in Hallettsville. I'll be in Schulenburg. If we made you mad, if you want to come out and have a word with us, bring it on.
Come see us. Just try to be nice. Remember, we're peaceful people here.
Yeah. Speak for yourself, Mike. All right. For Wes, this is
for
Mike.
Wes and for Mike or whoever.
Whoever. All right. That's
Hopefully
it from the
we'll
Pressbox.
be back next week.
Another aspect of the Pressbox is highlights. We're encouraging coaches and fans to send in clips. You can either do this by sending us a URL from YouTube or bringing us a physical copy. Our address here is 311 East Constitution in Victoria.